Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes for 4 Weeks, a series in which I live stream myself practicing a routine for 5 minutes a day for 6 days a week for 4 weeks, totaling 2 hours of practice time spread across the 24 session days to show what is possible with albeit short, consistent practice and hopefully inspire the viewer to take on tasks perhaps seen as daunting as well. Today is day one. Today is a new song. The song is 21 Guns. 21 Guns is 21 Guns, as recorded by Green Day. The song itself, I plan on playing from. I like to do this. I like to swap books live rather than doing it ahead of time, just to show the transition. It's kind of like the changing of the guard. This is the last book I used. Um, this is a fake book, which means it kind of just has the chords and some of the strumming patterns, but not necessarily every note. So I did I'm a Believer from this book. 21 Guns is in here, but like I said, doesn't have all the details. So for that, I got to go to this book. This is Guitar Tab White Pages Volume 4. Over 150 songs. This one has 200, this one has 150, and this one's bigger, which just tells you that there's more pages than this. There's more pages per song in this one. This one's got like over 1,000. Yeah, it's like 1,100 something. So it has a lot more detail, a lot more information. Where does this one go? Here, I guess. Okay. So I like to explain a little bit about the song and then why I picked the song. The song itself was their biggest success, I believe, since Wake Me Up When September Ends, which was 2005. This song itself is, I believe, 2009. Okay. Um, the song was featured in the movie Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, which I have not seen, as far as I remember. But the song itself is a popular song. In terms of its reception, it was kind of some good critical reviews and some bad. Chris Fallon commented that it is arguably the album's album's highlight, presenting an anti-war ballad that is monumentally enduring and also sophisticated protest. So it's one of these anti-war songs which seem to have been kind of. I did also "When the Children Cry," which is a similar idea I did a while ago. So these songs just kind of pop up, I guess. And then on the other end of the spectrum, Adam Downer commented, It sounds like a terrible rewrite of something John Lennon never released." So, ouch. But it is a well known song. It te- Personally, I like it. It's got an interesting rhythm, so I don't mind performing it. It was not something. It was not my own choice, which gets to it. I was speaking with my friend Lily on Tuesday, and I mentioned that I do this live stream thing. She asked about it. I sent her a link to the uh, list of songs from which people can make requests. As in the past few months, I've been commenting at the end of my live streams how there's a link in the description section with a list of songs from which you can make requests. So I sent Lily that list, and then she said, "Oh, I like 21 Guns," which was it's funny because like a few months ago, actually it was over a year ago. It was when I first got this guitar from my friend Sippy. I asked her, I said, it's your guitar. You got to pick the next song. So I sent her the list, and it's in alphabetical order. And she got down to All the Small Things from Blink 182, which begins with an A, and it was like the ninth one, whatever. I'm like, that didn't take you very long. You just kind of, stopped after around 9 songs. With Lily now, she just stopped after 2 songs. So she didn't even get to the A's. She just stopped right away in the numbers. So that was kind of funny. But looking forward to this piece. Interesting. I don't plan on getting through the whole thing. There are some songs where basically I'm playing chords rather than. This is also kind of more a rhythm rather than a lead part. But even so, there are songs that I'm able to get through the whole thing. This is probably not going to be one of them. And at the end of day 24, I can say whether or not I want to continue with learning the song or not. So let's see how that goes. Already know. I listened to the song actually last week afterwards, after we spoke, and then also just like right before the live stream again today, just to check it out again. It's got something called a volume swell in the beginning, which is kind of how you play a chord or a single note even, and then just kind of gets louder and then gets softer, which I can probably try to illustrate using the volume switch. So something like, actually it'll be the opposite, that we go low to high. Something like that for each chord. I'm not sure what the best method to doing that is, because I could always turn it with my pinky like I'm doing now. I'm gonna read a little bit more about that online, but I just want to start right now with it, even without the volume swells, just make sure I'm getting the correct notes, and then I can try doing fancy stuff once I get more used to it. Okay, this book is still bookmarked to, which song did I do in here last time? Oh, How Soon Is Now. It's funny, I was just playing that last week. Okay, let's get to. It's always funny when the song's on page like 1,000 something. It's like, when's the last time you read a book? Something on page 1,000. Okay, 21 Guns. It should be under T, even though it is with a 2. 1025. Boom. And it smells like a phone book also. Alright, victim of. I don't know why it's there. Okay. 10. Oh. TUV. Okay, 1025. There we go. For anyone new to this, it's 5 minutes a day. I don't practice the song outside of those 5 minutes. I set a timer. When the timer goes off, I stop, and I do not resume playing it again until I begin the 5 minutes the following day. The progress the first week is a little bit, or the pace rather, the first week is a little bit slow because I'm learning material. Like for instance, today there's nothing to practice. I don't know any of it yet. Tomorrow there's whatever I learned today I can practice, and so on and so forth. So day 1 tends to be slow. Day 2 as well. By the end of the first week, day 5 or so begins to pick up a little bit. The next 2 weeks, week 2 and week 3, so days 6 through 18, tend to be more interesting. And then the last week is kind of like me just, I'm not really learning new material. It's just me like refining the material I already learned so I can perform on day 24. So the second and third week are the most interesting. But I appreciate everyone who sticks around for the less interesting parts as well. Speaking of which, hi Dad, thank you for joining. Not that you're less interesting, but that you stick around for all the parts. All right, 5 minutes set. Always exciting to start a new song. All right, I just tuned this guitar on Friday, so we should be all set. Just want to make sure I am perfectly in view. And here we go. And Lily, this is for you. All right. Okay, 1 flat on the B. Got a D on the bottom. Could be this one. And then we got an F on the top. It's a faux, so that could be wouldn't be this D, F, could be this one, but it's not, because it's an octave above that, so that would be 1, 2. That would be like this. Okay, so it's, yeah, that sounds right. That sounds very right. Okay, and then let's just do a volume swell for fun. Okay. And it's 2 different guitars, so I don't know if I want to just do one now, or yeah, let's just focus on one now. Maybe I can overlay it or something. Second one is, we got a F on the bottom and then an A on top, and then that would be here, 9th fret. Yeah, 8th fret. F flat. That F flat. No, it's a B flat. So what's the A, G, A, G, F? That is an F, right? No, it's yeah, it is. How is that the 8th? Oh, 8th fret of that. No, even so, that's a A. That's a G. 3, 5, 7, 8. Okay, I was just counting wrong. My bad. So it goes from here to here. What's the top note? An A, we said. That would be A here. Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's something good. See. Yeah, so that's the first guitar, and then it gets held for a measure each. Sorry, measure. Yeah, measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8th fret. There we go. So that works. Actually, I could just do it like this. Be careful, hit the right string though. Something like that. Okay. That works. Okay. And while that's going on, I might just loop that and then play with the other hand. The other one, how much time do I got left? 1.5 minutes. Okay. I could try working through this, since it does repeat. So it's D on the bottom and then a D on top. Yeah. So is that the same note on the bottom? D. I'm sorry, B on the bottom, D on top. B, that would be the 6th fret. And then I'm gonna say B on top. 12th fret here, or no, sorry, 5th fret. 12 minus 5, 7th fret. So, and then where's the just different pattern. Okay. Oh no, it's not. It's okay. That's fine. C on the bottom, E on top. Just slide down. There's a B on the bottom here, up to a C. It's a B flat 6th fret. Okay, that's it. And then a D on top. What did we say was on top? F and a D. That's fine. Okay. So basically, I was also mentioning it's a little bit slow in the beginning because I am figuring out the notes. I do have the tab here. I don't like using the tab as a crutch. So I am reading the sheet music, which I'm still a little bit slow at. Once I figure out the tab, because I can in theory just for instance, the first one, I said, okay, let's say, I said that was a D on the bottom. I could just write, okay, play a D, but in the future, or I could just write down, okay, play the 10th fret. Instead of me just writing that down, making my own tab, it's like I have the tab already there. So once I figure out which notes it is, I figure out the tab. Basically, I feel okay using the tab that's provided to me. I just don't like using that to start with. So basically, I was able to figure out the guitar 1, the first 4 measures, and then guitar 2, the first 2 measures. So for the next, from this point on, I plan on using the tab for those parts, and then as I learn the tab for the remainder of the parts, to use the tab for those as well. I'm not sure if I was clear with how it's supposed to sound, but basically, after it's like guitar 1, it's going to, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one's on the other beat. So it's like 1. So it's alternating like that kind of thing. So I can record and have that play back with the other hand. With the have that play back while that's going, kind of thing. So let's see how that goes. So thank you everyone who joined. Hope to see you all for the next 23 days, which are 7:40 a.m. Eastern time, Sunday through Friday. So the next one should be tomorrow, Monday, 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. Don't want to make promises, but tomorrow should be a little bit faster since I already have part of the piece figured out. And day 2 tends to be faster than day 1, unless I realize that I made some really bad mistake, which happened I think once only, where it's like day 1 was just a total loss. I think it happened just once. I don't even remember what it was, but it was I think it was 2 years ago or so. Anyway, again, thank you everyone who joined. Hope to see you all tomorrow. For those who didn't catch the beginning, there is a list of songs available in the description section. There's a link to that list. someone just used it a few days ago and made a request, which I am honoring now with this piece. So don't feel afraid to make requests. Thank you again. Wishing you all a great day and a great week. And as always, until next time and beyond, keep practicing.